Welcome to PJ Live with your hosts, Laurie and Andrea. PJ Live is a fun, fast-paced weekly recap of PromoJournal's content. Tune in for highlights from all of the articles, blogs, vlogs, and podcasts from the week. Then grab your favorite snack or beverage and peruse PromoJournal.com for the content that interests you. But first, here's Laurie and Andrea.
Welcome to PJ Live. This is a weekly recap of PromoJournal's content. I am Laurie.
I'm Andrea.
And
we're your hosts.
And cheers!
It's our lucky day.
It is National Wine Day.
We haven't had a drink of wine on set for a while.
We haven't. I know. We missed margaritas for Cinco de Mayo. So here we go. Cheers.
Cheers, everyone. Yummy.
Yep. Very good. I hope you're all enjoying a glass of wine today as well. So, promo.
Oh boy, I see some good stuff over there.
I had promo this week. They both came from the same event. I went to Taylor Swift on Friday.
You girls looked amazing.
Oh my God. It was so much fun. Here, I have a couple of pictures. So, there I am with three of my four daughters. So, we had a ball. And when we walked into the stadium, we all got these. Oh, hold on. Let me hide that. All right. We got these bracelets and they were co-branded with Capital One and TaylorSwift.com. And there's this little QR code. If you scan it, it brings you to the Taylor Swift website. And there was a tab in it. I put the tab back in because I didn't want this to wear out before today, but you removed your tab and see it flashing. So it flashed different colors depending on the song that was going on.
That's amazing.
It was, so here's a picture. It doesn't do it justice at all, but the stadium it was just flashing with these flickering lights during all the different songs. So yeah, it was such a great idea. So that was my first piece of promo.
Nice.
And then my second piece I have right here.
You have to keep that under lock and key.
Oh, I got the coveted blue.
It's really nice.
It's so soft, and it has, it's hard to see, it's black on the blue. So it's all of the stops on her tour there. So
exciting.
It was fun. And we all picked different pieces of merch, which was interesting.
That is.
Yeah. So we've got a whole nice assortment. I do too. It's super comfy.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually had to take it
off.
off.
That's exciting promo this week.
So yeah,
that makes up for all the weeks we haven't had any.
That was, and we were so lucky because we had been hearing about like the merch trucks and stuff and how
the hours of lines.
And there were people that were in lines for hours. We lucked out every step of the way with traffic, with parking, with merch, with getting into the stadium, with our seat. It was
good planners, though. You are good planners.
Well, yes.
So that
nod to Hallie. Hallie did a lot of the. She was the one that scored the tickets, and so
yay, Hallie!
Yay! So we had fun. So that was my promo.
Awesome.
Yeah, and then content.
Here we go.
Yes,
the Monday Minute.
The Monday Minute.
So I don't know why I got so choked up this week with Kirby's. I loved it so much. Who is your cheerleader and who are you cheering for? Like it literally stopped me right in my tracks. Look, I'm getting like
she has a tissue.
Like I do.
Right up her sleeve.
Like a little kindergarten teacher. But it did because it did make me think, who is always there to cheer for me and who am I always there to cheer for? I don't know. I loved it. Great job, Kirby.
Yep, you got her all cheered up. But she was a cheerleader back in the day. So I don't know. Maybe that's something to do with that. She was like, oh, I can relate to this. I was actually a cheerleader.
I didn't even think about that kind of cheerleading. But.
No, it did. It got me thinking too about all the people that really support you. And I loved, like, he talked about how it's a person who makes you believe in yourself even when you don't.
Yes.
And it's true.
Yes, I'm telling you, I heard it word for word. I was like choked up the whole time. I don't know.
Just gonna start crying again. Good job, Kirby.
Exactly.
Yes.
But that's how it was effective because it touched me. It reached me. So yes. I like that.
Yep. And it got me thinking. I had put a comment on his post this week. And as I started thinking about all of the cheerleaders that I've had in my life along the way, it got me thinking about fans versus cheerleaders.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, people can have fans, which is great. It's really nice to have people who think you're wonderful, but a cheerleader is
really somebody that loves
somebody
you.
special.
Yeah,
Yep.
somebody special.
So that's a very inspirational. If you didn't catch the Monday Minute, go watch it. You might get teary-eyed. Get a tissue, because if you're anything
Or a
like
glass of
Andrea,
wine.
or a glass of wine, or both. Both. It's National Wine Day. Tissues and wine,
We're
and go
allowed
watch
to.
the Monday Minute.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
And then we had picks of the week.
Hotels and hospitality.
Yes.
So we had Mandy Rudd. She did am I saying that? Opera topper?
Yep.
Bottlenecker.
That's
By
say
Cloth.
that 3
Opera
times.
topper bottlenecker.
Opera topper bottlenecker.
From
Opera
Cloth Promotions.
Yes. And it's this, so I had to reread it. So it's
Mhm.
a bottleneck hanger. So
Yep.
it hangs over the bottleneck, and it's a
Microfiber.
microfiber cloth
So
that
you can,
pull it out and you can wipe down your glasses
Yes.
or polish up your stuff.
it was cute.
That was cute. So that was new and different for
Yes,
me.
I didn't see. I thought it was paper too, and then I was reading. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's not.
Yeah.
So that was great. I like that one. And then Ryan Katie did Scotch custom printed lint sheets pocket pack. I've never seen those. I need those by 3M. I'm like, that is perfection.
Yes.
Because the lint brushes, I don't put it in my airplane bag. It just takes up too much room. These are perfection.
And it's like the little package
Yes.
of tissues.
Yes.
But lint squares.
I loved that
I did
idea.
too. I was like, oh.
Yes. And then Dennis Oglesby did the waffle weave robe and slippers by Towel Specialties. Of course, who doesn't want a nice robe? I have to tell you a funny story. My son went on a travel trip recently for swimming, and when I was unpacking his laundry, he set all of his laundry out, and there was a robe in the pile, and I'm like, what is this? He goes, the robe that was in the hotel room. I'm like, how long have you been traveling? You can't just take those robes. He goes, I thought it was free. I'm like, Nate, yeah. So he took a robe because it was so comfy while he was there. And I'm like, unbelievable.
So did the school get a little charge for?
I said, if his coach, I'm like, if your coach gets an extra charge on his hotel,
$100.
yes, I'm like, you're paying for it. We have not heard back, but I was like,
I hope it's a really nice one.
It was cozy and very soft, but I could not believe it. Of all these years of traveling, he still never knew that those robes were like a charge.
Well, there's a mom fail.
Yes, that's a mom fail.
Or a dad
I
fail.
about died. I'm like, you stole a robe.
I'm surprised you didn't pack it up and send it back.
I thought about it. Making him do it though.
That's funny.
Oh boy. Anyway,
Yeah.
sorry about that. I digressed a little bit.
I've often wanted to take those myself, but too cheap to spend the money on them. But yeah. All right. And promo or day this week, the sponsor was How, and they have a week's worth of products that you can tune in and watch videos on. They had a 46-ounce clear PVC fish bowl.
Yeah.
Imagine.
Put a big drink in there.
Yes, that's what it's for.
Yep.
And then a plastic beer mug with a handle, and
the plastic rocks glass was nice because you don't often those are nice by the pool.
Yes.
So
yes. So lots of great outdoor plasticware, things that are safer.
Good time of year.
Perfect. So check those out by How. And then we had Now Trending. And the article was about 7 smart web design trends that are coming up. So this was, it was interesting. It's talking about how design is evolving and websites are evolving. So, so often we go to a website and you can find products and you can find things, but people really are going to need to up their game, because they were talking about speech enabled searches and interactive platforms. So there's a lot of good stuff there if you're somebody who's in design or web design, or you're a company.
I do like how they said to clean designs, more white space, because that's how I like my house too. Like when there's no clutter, just no clutter. Because I feel like
Andrea how many things she has on her walls.
Nothing.
She likes it really clean.
But it makes my brain feel organized. So if you go to a website, it's like a relief. Oh, it's clean. There's white space. So I loved all of that.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right. Delivering marketing joy this week. Kirby Hasselman sat down with Josh Ellis from PPAI. Josh is the publisher and editor in chief, and he asked Josh what he's really excited about, if there's a project that he's working on, and PPAI is actually working on their 100 list. And
those are so fun. Difficult, but fun to put together. And they're fun to read. Like, I love lists.
So that's going to be dropping, I believe, at their
June conference.
Yes, the NALC conference in June, and then it'll be rolled out to the industry after that. So that'll be a fun list to, see who's on it. It's, partly due to revenue, but also tech and, what people are doing to be
good employers
and socially responsible and all of that fun stuff. So that will be an interesting list. And then the one thing too that Josh had talked about was he felt companies need to do a better job of telling their stories and putting out press releases. So there's a lot of good stuff there. So you can tune in and catch that whole conversation over at PromoJournal.com. And we have
profiles.
Industry Insider.
Yep, we have that.
Don't want to forget that. So Industry Insider, Meg and Jeff and Steven sat down with CJ from HIT, and the episode was about drinkware. So they were talking all things drinkware.
And he did say, which was cute, one of his first sales calls was to Meg. I picked that up. I'm like, oh my God,
that is
awesome.
So cute.
Yeah. Fun.
That is fun. So, and then I just want to give a shout out. They talk a lot about like trends in drinkware, what's selling. They are seeing the trend is shifting towards higher end name brand products. People are willing to spend a little bit more to get something that's a little bit nicer. So that was one thing that came up. And then the other thing that came up was HIT is actually donating 2% of their second quarter sales to Water for Good. So any of their drinkware, it's like about 70% of their drinkware line that's included in this. So if you purchase drinkware from HIT during Q2, then a portion of that is going back to Water for Good. So
awesome.
That was very nice. And then
profiles by Steve Woodburn. And he had Isaac Hetzeroni, founder and CEO of Imprint Genius. And Steve lives in Bali for 8 months of the year. Not Steve. Isaac.
Steve.
Okay, see? No wine.
Cheers.
No wine during this. Isaac does, not Steve. But how awesome would that be?
That would be pretty awesome.
So yeah, 8 months out of the year. I love it.
And when Steve asked him about, he said he would love to say that it was solely for business, but he loves the lifestyle. Yep. So it's a great combination because he said he's close to Manila, he's close to China, to the Philippines. So all of these areas that he does business with are within like 4-hour flights, and he's in, a better time zone. And so that was wonderful. But if you don't know Isaac, he certainly is an industry disruptor, and he's young. He's in his 20s, and he started slinging products when he was in middle school out of his backpack. And he had I don't know what he said. It was like 14 or 17 kids working for him.
And then he went off to college, though. The story I love that he started selling cell phone fans at the college parties.
Yes.
And they just took off. It was so fun.
So that's kind of what launched him into promo, because he was selling these unbranded.
Right.
But then somebody asked him if he could customize them, and he had no clue, but he was like, sure. Like any good salesperson would do, they figure it out later. So that kind of launched him in. And then a year later, he ends up, or maybe I think it was about a year later, he
joined ASI.
Yes. And actually started learning about the industry. So he grew up in a family of entrepreneurs, and they were in manufacturing. So none of this was really foreign to him. And his mother actually owned an apparel company in Canada, and they created dancewear.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. So I thought that was neat. So, very interesting story. If you don't know Isaac, you should hop on and give that a listen. Steve has a great interview. And then what else do we have here? Oh, coming up,
the rundown
on Friday, the rundown with Amelia and
our favorite. They talk parades and Pino. Did I say it right? I don't ever say that word right. I was scared I would say something else.
I thought it was going to be parades and promo, but no, parades and
right.
I don't know what type of parade they're going to, but I'll go if there's Pinot being served.
Yes.
So maybe it's, I don't know, maybe it's because it's National Wine Day. So let's drink to parades and Pinot.
We'll do that.
Whatever however you call it.
Whatever I was gonna say.
Mm-hmm.
And we're gonna find out why Laurie had to be fingerprinted.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a really fun episode.
It is, and Amelia's trying to get her groove back. So if you want to know,
has she even lost it? Come on.
Isn't that
She
a
hasn't
movie
even
or
lost it.
something?
It
Yeah,
is.
how
Stella
to
got
get
her
her
groove
groove back.
So
So
it's-
this is how Amelia got her groove back. So you'll need to tune in to find out.
Yes.
And there might be some footage of how she gets her groove back.
oh, I hope so.
Yeah, down the road. We'll see. I don't know. All right. And then coming up on Friday, we also have A Model's Closet.
Yep. Pro
And-
Towels is a sponsor for that.
Yep. Amelia will be featuring 3 products from Pro Towels line. So you can check that out. And what else do we have going on? We have a long weekend coming
I'm
up.
so excited.
Happy
And the
Memorial Day.
weather is going to be gorgeous here in New England for the
It
next
is.
4 days, like Friday through Monday. Beautiful. Yeah.
Sunday's going to be the pick of the weekend, I
Yep.
think. So I'm
Very
hopefully going to
exciting.
just be.
Laying by your pool.
Yes, I hope so. I got a new pool chair.
Nice. Mother's Day gift?
Yeah, just because I felt like, why not?
That's right.
Sometimes you should just,
Just do it.
get things you want.
That's right.
Just because. So,
Yep.
yes. So we will see you back here next Thursday at 3:00 Eastern time for another edition of PromoJournal Live.
See you then.
Take care.